Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And we're back here with another Money Talk Mondays. And with these Money Talk Mondays moving forward towards the end of the year, I felt this throw we have to discuss something that is on everybody's mind right now. How much money do I need to retire? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen with you guys, and I'm going to play a couple other shows, Fair Use, where they talk a little bit about what you need to retire. And then I'm going to break down to you why I say you can retire on $30,000 or less in multiple places. And I'm going to give you we're going to start with this first episode, which is going to be talking about Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So if you're coming in the room, just if you missed anything I say, just rewind it. We're going to go straight into it because I want to make sure I go straight through and explain to you guys how you can retire with less than $30,000 at any age. So let's go through. Let me share the screen with you guys so you guys can hear some of the other channels, Fair Use, that had different ideas on what you need to retire. All right. So let me share the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that clearly. Let's start with minority mindset.
So if you want to live the Instagram flexing lifestyle, then the $1 million is not going to last you very long. This should be pretty obvious. If you're subscribed to a YouTube channel, you understand that it doesn't really matter how much money you make. It's what you do with the money you make. Even if you have $1 million, you can go broke almost instantly if you don't know how to use your money the right way.
All right, let's go to the next person. We're going to go to this guy. He says,
million. If you're somebody spending $50,000 per year on your living expenses, you would need to have $1.5 million saved and invested. And final figure here, if you spent $100,000 per year on cars and housing and food and all of that, you would need to have about $3 million.
Okay, now look at these numbers, y'all. Look at these numbers right here. So he's saying that if you spend $20,000 a year, you're gonna need to have $600,000 to retire. If you spend $35,000 a year, you have to have $1,050,000 to retire. If you spend $50,000 a year, you need $1.5 million to retire, and $100,000 a year, you need $3 million to retire. So at minimum, they're saying that you need $600,000 to retire. But I'm going to show you another way. We're going to do one more person that speaks about retirement. I believe this is Dave Ramsey. Yeah.
70, you would have about $8 million in a good mutual fund. If I'm half wrong, you still got double what you're projecting. And the 3 million mark, here's a good number. Okay, let's just make up numbers. Let's say you made 10% on your money at $3 million. What is that? That's $300,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you made 10%, you could pull $300,000 a year off and not touch the 3 million, just the golden eggs, but don't touch the goose.
Look how much money they're saying that you need to retire, right? This is why it is important. And I'm going to, before I get into what I'm going to bring up about Playa del Carmen and everything like that, this is why it's important for you to learn about travel and learn about your options outside of the United States. Don't go based on what the fear mongering they do in the media to try to keep you in the United States. Think about going outside just to visit, because when you know your options, you have more. Now, before we bring up the information on Playa del Carmen, and I do have a guest coming up later, I'm going to shout everybody out in the room to show you guys I got some support. If you got any questions about this topic, ask them up to the 30-minute mark, and then after that, you can ask whatever you want to. Global Paper in the building, Brazil and Die. Global Paper says pensions, 401k, IRA, HSA, models and bottles for life. Exactly. You definitely need different what they call legs on the stool for retirement. But with $300,000, with less than $300,000, I'm going to show you how to retire and Playa del Carmen 2 different ways. the most expensive way and the budget way. Prince O, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Make sure you guys check out Prince O and his channel. He got some good information on it. Let's see. Excited for the money talk. Yeah. 9806. I appreciate it, man. Nathan Clark, what's going on? Baby boomers robbed our generation. Listen, we can't live in the past. We know what it is. We can't live in the past. I'm trying to give people the options for the future, because if we keep thinking about what they did to us and mess up with the system, ain't gonna go nowhere. Riley K says anything less than 100K is hard to retire on, especially with inflation. I'm going to show you first, like I said, how you can retire with $300,000 in Playa del Carmen with less than $300,000. So we'll go $299,000 in Playa del Carmen. And then from there, I'll show you the lowest end of what you need to retire in Playa del Carmen. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be a series. So this first episode is Playa del Carmen. The next episode might be Tulum. The following episode might be Barranquilla, Colombia. It may be Cali, Colombia. It may be Medellin, Colombia, and then I might go to Costa Rica, San Jose. This is going to be a nice set of things where I'm going to show you guys how you can retire with less than $300,000 at any time in your life, at any point in your life, at any age in your life. All right, so let's go, y'all. Knowledge is definitely the key, man. And we're going to do two more. Who's it? As costs increase, many will consider moving abroad. Those locations will improve economically. Right. But right now is a time that is still possible, and it's going to be possible for a long time. And I say long time, I mean 10 to 15 to 20 years still possible. Yo, Flyboy, what's good, brothers? When your next trip? We'll get into that after the 30-minute mark, y'all. So I'm gonna bring up some things for you guys real quick, because I'm gonna show you a couple different ways. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you the non-budget way of retiring with less than $300,000. So to do that, I need to real quick go to the share the screen. Excuse me. Just eating. And where's that? Let's see. Let me go here first. And here we go. Let's go point to point. And then let's go to let's go to the website. I'm going to bring up a website, and the name of the website is Point to Point. The two ways I'm going to show you first is I'm going to show you how to retire on less than $300,000 by first purchasing real estate in Playa del Carmen and how much the cost of living is. And then I'm going to show you another way with investing everything you have in the stock market or in mutual funds or in different things like that, where you get 4% at the lowest, maybe 10% at the highest, and living off of the income that you produce from there in rental properties. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. You just have to figure out what works best for you. So let's point to point. Let's see a few more details. Let's go here. Go here, and then we're going to open up here for sale. Okay, so let me share the screen now. Right? Can I share the screen? Let me close it right here. All right, let me share the screen with you guys. Here we go. All right, we're back right here. All right. Let me just take myself off screen because it's a little bit difficult. All right, y'all. So the first thing I want to tell you, so you have, remember everybody, is less than $300,000. We're going to start with $290,000, not even $299,000, $290,000. So you've worked, I don't know how long it's going to take you to raise that. You worked 10 years, 20 years. You invested properly. You bought houses in the States, like I show you in my passive income and financial independent section of this channel. You did what I did. You did what I said do. You saved for 4 years. You bought your first house. You refinanced. You lived in the house. It was a duplex. You got tenants on both floors. You lived in the basement. You saved your money. You bought another house. You did the exact same thing. Now you have 2 houses. First 4 years it took you to get the first house. The next, let's say 4 years again, it took you to get the second house. So now you have 2 houses. You have $100,000, or you have $150,000 of equity in each house. And now you're saying, hey, I no longer want to live in the United States and work and have to struggle for all my life. What are my options? What can I do if I sell both of my houses that I've invested? It took me 8 years to get. What if I do? I sell both my houses, and what can I do if I get $290,000 for them? Well, this is what you can do. Now, I'm not even going to pick this is 3-bedroom. You don't need a 3-bedroom. I'm not even going to do a studio because a studio will be the budget way. We'll do that later. But we're going to start with just a simple 1 or 2 bedroom. So you're going to go for Playa de Carmen, right? And here's the thing. You can do this cheaper if you live on the other side of the highway. But the thing about this part is I'm going for quality. I'm going for living like a king on a peasant salary. I'm not going for budget this time. We're just talking about living like a king in another country. And this is in Playa de Carmen. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. How many beds do I want? I want 1 bed. All properties, no, condos right here. And let's apply filters real quick. Now, I understand that when you come to Playa de Carmen, if you want to live nice, you're going to have to live close to or on 5th Avenue. You get me? So I'm not even going to go for the lowest price. I'm going to go for the location. So let me see if I can pull up the map real quick so we can pick something off of 5th Avenue because I want to walk through this and I wanted this to be live so you guys can ask questions. I could have did this pre-recorded, but it helps more when you guys ask questions and you can see things that you want to see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here, right? All right, where's the plus sign? We're going to zoom in because I want to give you guys a hands-on thing how to do this. All right, so this section right here is Playa de Carmen, right? Now, this is Avenue 10 right here, and this is Avenue 5 right here, right? So what we're going to do is this. We want to look to spend, let's say, anywhere between 100 and 150, maybe 100 and 100 $150,000. Let's go 100, 150, all right? So let's see. Apply filters. Let's zoom a little closer. Maybe some more bring up. Okay, so we got something right here on the beach. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, right? Just example. We're just using this as example. Nothing big. $121,000. I don't like the square footage. It's only 400 square footage. I don't think that's like living like a king with 400 square footage. So we're gonna go to something a little bit more expensive, y'all. This one right here. Where's this at? Okay. Where is this located? Go back. I need to see where this is located, fellas, because I don't want to get something that's hold up, that's not right on the beach. So I want you guys to see how real this is. Pause. Let's go out. Okay, so this is too far out. This 90. I don't know why this is here. This is too far out. So let's go. Where is this at? Okay, why is it there? Let's back up some more, y'all. And let's move it back. Okay. So let's see, what is this? 160, 122, 165, 167. We're looking for something in the price range of something like this. And this is close. All right, so this is 5th Avenue right here. And this is right off of 5th Avenue. And this is 145. All right. 1 bedroom, 537 square feet is a lot better. So let's view the listing. All right. Don't really like they got a little car there. Don't really know the location that well, but it is close to 5th Avenue. Let's see what it looks like. Looks kind of plain. I don't want to live like this. This is just not living like a king. So we're not going to pick this one either. Like I said, I want everything to be exactly how you can do it if you just walk through it. So let's see. Let's go again. Let's see. Let's do 1 and 2s. Let's do 1 and 2s. Apply filters. Okay, let's go again. All right, let's zoom in again. Let's zoom in, let's zoom out. Bear with me, y'all. We just want to make sure you guys can see exactly how we're going to do this. There we go. Let's bring this over there. Let's zoom in. Let's move this up. There we go. Here we go. All right, let's zoom in a little bit more. All right, we got 145 right here. Is that the same one we was at? Avenida 1. This is even better. Avenida 1. Let's do 1 second. Let's sort by the least amount so we can so it's not putting these big numbers up, because the first thing it's going to do is put the big numbers up. Let's go max amount. We want 150, right? 150,000. You do that? All right, there we go. Much better, much better. There we go, y'all. Hope you guys still with me. I'll shout you guys out in a second. I just want to get to this so we can find this place. All right, here we go. Here we go with the numbers, y'all. Now, again, what we're looking for is we're looking for something on or close to Fifth Avenue. And the reason why we're looking for that is because you don't want to live on the other side of the thing. You want to live a quality, not quality, you want to live like a king, right? So you don't want to, or queen, ladies, or queen. So you don't want to get something that's on the local side. You want to get something that's in action on Fifth Avenue. So you got 148 right here, right? What does that look like? One bedroom. It's only 430 feet. That's that one right here, 149. How big is this? Pause. 148. How much room is that? All right, so this is better right here. All right, so this is right a little bit off 10th Avenue. We'll go with this one. This is a 2-bedroom with almost 1,000 square feet, 958. Can you guys see that? Let me make sure you guys can see that on the screen. All right, guys, you can see that. Great. All right. And I see a question in the chat. I'm gonna answer that in a second. After we go to this thing right here. Okay. So let's see how it looks. Let me see how it looks. A few more. Can we go inside and see how it looks? 15 photos. This ain't it either. This ain't gonna be it either. I want something more modern. I know you guys, a lot of people saying this is okay for them, but I want something more modern. So I'm gonna look one more time, you guys, and then we'll just go. We'll see. Let's leave that open just in case. Let's leave that open just in case. All right. Let's see what we got over here. 144, 600 feet. Okay, so this is much better. This is much better, and it's 1, 2, 3 blocks from Fifth Avenue. All right. So view listing. This is much better. Okay. All right. We can get jiggy with this one. Okay. All right. See the bedroom. Is this a studio? This is what's the two? Is two? All right. All right. So okay. So it's not a studio. All right. Cool. All right. So let's go with this one right here. Where we go. I just want to make sure I see the bedroom before we go. All right, y'all. Now let me get y'all comments and then we'll get back to this price. I just wanted to pull that one up right there and have it on there so we can talk about this one and how you can break it down and do this right. All right. So let's shout some more people out that came in the room. Then Knowledge is the key. Riley Joe, Ask Cost, you got that one. Young C, you got the next one. What's good, bro? Just got back from Medellin, had a blast. Excited to hear. Dope, man. Riley Joe, I'm interested in hearing Playa is rising. Tulum used to be cheap. Oh, Tulum is not even. Well, Tulum is possible too. We'll do Tulum. It's still possible with Tulum, but you're gonna have to have a. We'll talk about that when we get to Tulum. ETFs and mutual funds, right? I thought Americans can't own property in Mexico. Well, we need American. We need to marry a Mexican to legally own it. Okay, so here's the thing. In Mexico, Americans can't own property, but you have to own it through a trust if that property is 30 miles from the coast or 30 miles from the border of United States or any surrounding country. So in order to buy a property in Playa del Carmen, you have to put it in a trust. The trust is held by the bank and the trust is in your name. But the thing that's good about a trust is that when you die, the trust, you can put your kid's name on it so it goes directly to your kids or to your wife or directly to whoever's name you put on there without any paperwork being exchanged or having to go through any process. So that is why having a trust is even better, even though you have to have it, it's even better than owning a property outright overseas, because when you die, if you own a property outright, you don't need a trust, or you don't have a trust, it becomes a little bit more difficult to transfer that to the next of kin. So yes, you can own a property in Mexico legally through a trust. All right. So here we go, y'all. Let's go back to this one. All right. So we have a 1-bedroom property, right, in Playa del Carmen, 3 blocks from Fifth Avenue. It's priced at $143. You're always going to be able to negotiate. All right, y'all. You're always going to be able to negotiate. And honestly, I think with the negotiations, you can get 13,000 USD off of this. With the negotiations, you can get 13,000 USD off of this. And therefore, you'll be paying for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 600 square feet, 3 blocks from from the main strip on 5th Avenue, Playa de Carmen for $130,000. So we're going to bring the calculator out. Remember, we're starting with $290. If you $290,000, and if you are just walking in and you're trying to figure out how we got the $290,000, you're gonna have to watch this over again. All right. So this first thing we're gonna do is this. We got $290,000, right? This property costs, we're gonna get it for $130,000, but we're gonna need another let's say $5,000. We're gonna need another $5,000 to furnish it because I'm not sure if it's going to come furnished or not. So we're going to just assume it's not coming furnished, and you're going to need another $5,000 to furnish. So let's subtract $290,000, and we'll subtract $135,000. So now you have $155,000, and you own the place. So guess what? You only have to pay property taxes and association fee. Now, the property tax and association fee in Mexico is very low. Property tax is about $500 a year in Mexico for a 2-bedroom. $500 a year. Now, it's based on the amount of value of your property, but $500 is basically what it is for $150,000 in Mexico for a property. So $500 divided by 12. Let's do that. Let's do $500 divided by 12. $500 divided by 12. We got $41 a month, right? So let's say if property tax is $41 a month, right? And then what else we got? We got property tax, we got insurance. Let's say insurance is another $100 a month, which is probably not going to be $100 a month. I'm just overestimating. So that's $144 a month, right? And then let me write this stuff down. Hold on, I want to make sure I write this down for y'all guys. Hold on. All right. So we had $290,000, right? We brought this for $135,000. We now have in cash we have $155,000 in cash. Now, for property tax, we're going to be paying, let's just rent. For property tax, we're paying $50 a month for property tax. For home insurance, we're paying $100 a month for home insurance. Now, I could be wrong. It could be way lower, but it's not going to be higher. For association fees, you're going to pay another $50 a month, right? All right, cool. Now, how much are we going to pay for food? Now, let's say I eat a lot. I go out all the time. I don't want to cook. I'm not talking about buying groceries and stuff. But in Playa de Carmen in Mexico, you can go through the whole day and spend $15 and get meals 3 times a day. Maybe $20 and get a meal 3 times a day cooked outside of your thing, right? So let's say $20 a day, because we're not going to cook. So $20 a day, right? Times, let's say 31 days. It's the most it's going to be 31 days in a month. That's $620. You're not going to spend that much. You're not going to spend that much because I don't spend that much here. So let's say you spend about, give and take, I spend about $450 a month and I eat out every day in New Jersey. So let's say you spend $350. And I know a lot of people that live in Mexico or that's been in Mexico that's watching this are going to be like, $350? We would never spend $350 on food. But remember, we're going out to eat every meal. We're not cooking anything at home. We might have snacks, but that's it. So that's $350, right? All right. So for food, and that's food. So we got association fee and insurance of house. So far we got the property taxes at $50. We got insurance for the house at $100. We got association fee at $50, and we got food at $350. Now, what else do we need? We need to have health care. Now, I know a lot of people say, I'm not going to need no health care. I don't have health care here in the States. It's different when you go to Mexico because if you're a United States citizen and you go to the hospital and you don't have health care, I'm not sure you're going to get any help. So let's just say you have to pay for health care. Now, in Mexico, health care, let's say I think it's about $150 a month. It's about $150 a month for foreign health care. So let's say you put another $150 a month for health care, right? So that's health care, HC. And I'm going to forget anything. Okay, and then you're going to want to go out. You don't want to just sit in the house all day, right? So you're going to need to go out. You're going to need to go out, have fun, network with friends, and do things like that. Now, I've been out in Playa del Carmen plenty of times, right? Now, the way I spend money is a little bit different. I buy bottles. I do things like that. But on a regular, you're not going to buy bottles every day, or let alone every week. You're not going to buy bottles. But let's just say you do buy a bottle once a week. Now, a bottle, if you get something top notch, you're talking about $150 for Ciroc. Cool. So let's say you get a bottle for the night, $150. You spend another $50 that night, and that's just on one night. And you go out 3 nights a week. Because I think at most you're going to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's say you even go out Sunday. Four out of 7 is a lot. But let's just say you go out 3 nights a week, right? You spend $150 on one night. Say you spend $100 on another night. Let's say you have some pro fun, some pro vibes, and you spend another $100 on another night, right? So you're talking about $350, right? $350 for activities per week, right? It's kind of high. So let's say 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. So you're talking about $800 a month on activities. And that's so you might want to do activities like go to a event. You might want to go to a tour or something. But $800 a month, $700 a month is going to give you all the activities you need to do in Playa del Carmen. So we're going to put 700, right? All right. And you're going to need give it another $200 for miscellaneous. You never know what can happen. $200 for miscellaneous. All right. So follow me here. This is what we have, y'all. And I know a lot of people are going to really say, I'm not going to spend $700. But as I said, I'm talking about living like a king, not living on a budget. But we're going to do the budget next, right? So let me get to you guys again. Let me get back to you guys real quick. Hold on. Let me get back to you guys. I'm gonna get to your question. I'm gonna read this over, and then we'll get to your comments. All right. So hold on. This is out nightlife and activities, 700, and miscellaneous. Okay. So now we have $50 for property tax, plus $100 for insurance for your condo, because you definitely need insurance, plus $50 for the association fee, because you got to have association, plus $350 for food as you're eating out every day, every meal you're eating out, plus $150 for health insurance, because you got to have health insurance, plus $700 for going out. And that's really high, y'all. That's really high. That's really high. But $700 for going out, right? Plus $700 for going out, plus $200 for miscellaneous, because you never know. You always want to have some miscellaneous money for whatever reason. Now, mind you, going out does mean if you don't get a regular, if you don't get a non-pro, you can get a pro. That's $700. So altogether, your whole expenses, per month with food, transportation, going out, doing activities, miscellaneous things that could occur, and all your insurance is a total of $1,600 a month. $1,600 a month is your total expenses. Now you times that by 12 months, and you have $19,200 a year. $19,200 a year. So as I showed you guys earlier, where they said the lowest that somebody would need was going to be $600,000 if they retired with at $30,000. I just showed you guys how to have your own place and only spend less than $20,000 a year. But we got to go into more detail. So now we have your total spending of the year is 19.2. So we have 155, right? So back to 290. Let's say 295. 295 might be better. 295,000. No, my fault. All right, so 155 is what you have left. So your living expense is going to be 19,000 a year, and you have 155,000 left and you own this condo in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, right? So now, if you were to put the entire $155,000, as I said, in mutual funds and what did he say? What did it say? And the stock market and bond or not bonds, in stock market and mutual fund ETFs, you would say on average. Now let me show you guys because I don't want you guys just thinking I'm saying this. So let me Google this for you guys because I like being able to show you guys exactly. And remember these numbers they said you need. Remember these numbers they said you need. I'm gonna leave it up there. I'm going to the next one. Google. All right. How much on average do you make in the stock market? What is the average return? My fault. I asked one question. What is the average return on stocks? Okay. So the average return on stocks is 10% a year, right? Average is on 10% a year. So let's say it's 10% a year, right? So you have 1 second. It's about 15,000. Okay. 15, 5. Let me see. Ooh, wait. So you actually might, my fault. You might actually be a little bit, hold on a second, y'all. You might actually be a little bit short. How did I calculate this? I think it was the nightlife expense. 15, 155. Calculating real quick. I think it's definitely probably about 15, 10%. Times 0.1. It's 15,000. All right, so yeah, you're gonna have 15,000 off of this. So you probably are going to have to cut down on some of this budget, but you got to remember you have a lot more miscellaneous every month, and you probably got to cut down on something, but it pretty much still averages out a little bit. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to y'all comments. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Got here. Tev King, what's going on, man? Vitamin Skips, what's going on? Okay. QB Passport Flex in the building. Make sure y'all check out his channel. Chestnut, what it do? Utilities. Well, utilities falls in the miscellaneous. Well, it would fall in the miscellaneous because utilities is only $50 a month. So let's say $50 a month of miscellaneous is utilities, right? Yeah, let's say $15, $50 a month is on utilities, and then your miscellaneous you got 100 for it. So let's see what you have to change to try to fit it in this $1,500 budget. I'm going to see what you have to change. So if you got $295, right? Let me do this again. If you got $295, this place costs $135. You have $160 times 0.1 at $16,000 a year. All right. So you have to fit this budget in $16,000 a year. So you're going to be like $3,200 short on this thing. So let me move some things around. If you spend $500 on activities for the month, right? All right. So we're going to go utilities. All right. So let me do this. Let me calculate this again, everybody. So utilities is $50 a month. Property taxes, $50 a month. Association fee is $50 a month. Health insurance is $100 a month. Going out to eat every day is $350 a month. Nightlife, $500 a month. And miscellaneous is $100 a month. So you need $1,200 a month, right? So that's $1,200 a month. All right, that's what it was. All right, so I'm gonna repeat that again, y'all. I'm gonna repeat that again, y'all. Hold up. Utilities is $50 a month. Property taxes is $50 a month. Insurance is $100 a month for your health. $50 or insurance for the house is $100 a month. Homeowners Association is $50 a month. Eating out every meal is $350 a month. Health insurance is $150 a month. Going out in events for the month is $500. And your miscellaneous is $100 because you know you're gonna need money for miscellaneous. That totals $1,1200. Now $1,1200 times 12, and there we go. $1,1200 times 12 is $14,400, and you have $15,000 because you get 10% of it. The average return on the stock market, as I showed you guys, is 10% per year, and $295, which is what I said you had to start with, $295,000 times, my fault, minus the $135 that you're paying for the condo. Well, the condo plus furniture is $160, and $160 divided by 10%. $160 times 10%. 10% of $160 is $16,000. And right there, y'all, that's the first way I showed you how you can live. You have $16,000 in your account every year. You have $16,000 on average every year. Your bills will be $14,400, and in total, minus $14,400, you will have $1,600 at the end of every year. At the end of every year, you will have $1,600 with all your bills paid, with money to spend, your food taken care of, your health insurance taken care of, your nightlife and expenses in Playa del Carmen taken care of, all for $14,400, all, and you still have $1,000 left over. There you go. There you go. Now that's the first way I want to show you. I'm gonna show you the next way now, y'all, because I want to show you guys two ways to do this. Do I always travel with a crew? No, I rarely travel with a crew, Mario. I usually just travel by myself, or I travel with 1 or 2 people. About to move to Venezuela. You want to make sure that, like I did when we picked this. Let me show you guys. When we picked this Airbnb, when we picked this this condominium right here, I made sure it was in a prime location where the safety is a lot more strict. They got Fifth Avenue area has police. They have all that stuff, and everything is there because there's a lot of expats. So Venezuela, I probably wouldn't do it right away, just right now. After fees, you're not doing good. Better learn DeFi and farming. Oh, after what fees? I would think that having all, of course, everyone has different ways of living. Me, $500 a month going out in Playa del Carmen is a lot of money because I know how to go around Playa, but the way I do things, it's not a lot of money for me because I do things a little bit different. But it is a lot of money, $500 in Playa del Carmen. Anybody that's ever been to Playa del Carmen knows $500 going out can go a long way. But other people might spend less, or people might want to cook at home. So they might not spend $350 a month for eating going out every night. But in total, at the end of the year, you have $1,600 after all your expenses are paid. So it's possible. And it's possible without going on a budget. But now we're going to do it another way. We're going to do it the budget way. No, we're going to do it another way. Let's say you don't want to buy a property. So let's erase this, right? Let's erase this whole, let's get past this whole thing. Hold on a second. Let's say you don't want to buy a property in Playa del Carmen, right? And you're like, well, I don't really want to own. I have $295,000. Can I still live in Playa del Carmen? Well, we already know the expenses. The only expense we don't have is rent. So we have to look at rent. Now, I know from talking to United Fitness, shout out to United Fitness. If you haven't seen that episode when he gave his cost of living in Playa del Carmen when he was living there, where he was living on the other side, he was only paying $400 for rent, and that was nothing. But I don't want to live on the other side. I want to live on Fifth Avenue, and I'm going to tell you, for one bedroom in Fifth Avenue, you're looking to spend between $900 and $1,100 a month. So let's go with the upper end. Let's go with $1,100 a month, right? So check this out. $1,100 a month is what you're going to pay. So we remember the $14,400 was all of our expenses in Playa del Carmen, right? All of our expenses in Playa del Carmen was equaled up to $14,400, right? So now we have to add $1,100 a month times 12 months. And that is $13,200. So all in total, that's $27,600. Now, if you want to go the renting rate, you're going to need $27,600. Y'all follow me here, y'all? If you want to do the renter way and Playa del Carmen, you need $27,600 to live good, not budget. This is not a budget. This is going out, spending $500 a month going and doing activities. This is eating out every night. This is stuff. This is not cooking. You're eating out every meal. I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're eating out every meal. You're going out. You're enjoying yourself. You're having a good time. You're not just a habit in it. And that whole thing is going to cost you $27,600. And that's because it's $14,400 for your expenses, $13,200 for your rent. But you have $298,000. I see your QB passport. We'll add you right after this one. That you have $295,000. And once again, how much did the stock market on average return per year? 10%, right? So what's 10% of $295,000? It's $29,500. So you have $29,500 minus the $27,600 that you're going to need for rent and for your expenses. And what that leaves you is $1,900 at the end of the year if you just want to rent. So I showed you guys two different ways, and this is not budgeting. When you budget, you can save a whole lot more. If you cook, you can save a whole lot more. If you have a woman to cook for you in Mexico, you can save a whole lot more. If you don't go out every night, if you don't pop bottles, like I'm telling you, I pop bottles and stuff, you can save a whole lot more. But you're doing all of this with less than $300,000. And with that said, I'm going to add QB Passport Flexin to the room. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good? What's good? You can hear me okay?
Oh, you coming out A-okay, man. What's going on?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Great segment on cost of living in Mexico. Everywhere is a little different. You mentioned Playa del Carmen. The cost of living there in Quintana Roo is a little bit more compared to other places in Mexico. Like if you go inland to Mexico City, Oaxaca, Chiapas, which is in the southern states, you can literally live for less than $700 a month, including rent.
Including rent. I mean, with all of your all your expenses and everything.
Right. In Mexicali, they have starter homes going for the very minimum $35,000 USD.
For one bedrooms?
One bedroom houses in Mexicali, and that's a border town, okay? So Mexicali, can you pull up a map really quick? Because people don't know where that is.
Yeah, that would definitely help. Like I said, we spent the first, I tell everybody, we spent the first Mexicali.
Mm-hmm.
We spent
California.
We spent the first 30 minutes of the live breaking down how you could spend $300,000 and retire at any point in your life in Playa del Carmen. So now we're going to explore some places around there when we do, we'll do Tulum because I've been there already on another episode. But we're gonna explore some places like he's talking about now. Mexicali, MEX.
Yes.
This one right here.
Yeah. There we go.
Let's see a map.
Just click on the map. So to get an understanding, okay, that's Mexicali right there. That is about 2 hours east of San Diego and about a good hour away from Yuma, Arizona. Okay.
Okay.
They have starter homes for $35,000. Now, again, it's not the best area. It's in the desert.
Okay.
However, that's like the Chinatown area. They have an international airport there. If you don't mind, go towards. Never mind. You're good. You're good. They have an international airport there. It's one of the fastest growing cities in Mexico. A lot of people there speak English. And I mean, imagine you getting your residency in Mexico, which I'm currently working on, and then you're able to get a mortgage. You can have an American bank finance you, even like how you mentioned that it has to be an LLC. That can actually happen.
Yes.
And then you can probably do a loan for maybe 10 years for a $35,000 house. That's literally pennies to the dollar. I'm somewhat horrible at math, so I can't give you the exact rate. But if we add it up, that's very affordable for a 1-bedroom house going for $35,000. I even seen. Oh, go ahead.
What would you say about the safety though?
That is one of the safest cities in Mexico. Is
it the border wall?
Yeah, that's the border wall right there. It looks crazy.
It's literally on the border of the United States. Like literally on the border.
The other side is Calexico, and there's nothing but farms over there.
Right.
Nothing but farms. There's another aerial view. Looking over Mexicali. But if people
living, like nightlife and anything like that, is it?
Right. So Mexicali, nightlife wise, is great. It reminds me of like a Scottsdale, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can kind of like go to the east side of town, go back on the map. I'm going to show you the nice parts you're going to see. So like zoom out of there and like go to the big map, and then we'll do like a street view. So you can see like these big ass houses.
Can you see this little thing right here? Oh, I don't know how to zoom out here.
Yeah. Just go like how you went to the regular map.
Let me see.
Like the regular big map.
So here. Nope. Not that. Shucks. Let me see. Let me do Mexicali again.
Yeah, just type it in. But yeah, it's extremely safe. They're gonna have all your nice restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to show you the nicer area. Okay, go north a little bit. You see that green area? Wait, zoom in more right there where you see Fairfield Inn, Mexicali.
Where you see that? Right side up.
Up. Now zoom in on that. Just zoom in that area.
By the hospital?
Keep zooming in more. I should be doing this, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Can you?
Yeah, if you can share the screen to me, I can kind of maneuver it.
Like, are you talking about right here?
No. So go to the left. Go west just a little bit. Okay, stop right there. Okay, I see set these. Okay. Where it says Toyota Mexicali, go ahead and drop a street view right there.
Right here.
Yeah, street view. You know how you can like drop the little guy on the street view?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can drop them like that. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you get a little map lesson too.
That's crazy.
Okay. So, yeah, this map needs to be updated, but yeah. anyways, this is all okay. You can kind of see right there on the left the new construction. Keep turning them. Okay, that's the Toyota. Okay, still do like the 360. Okay. But the houses behind, you can, go straight. Yeah, go straight. Keep going straight on this road.
This technology sick, bro.
Right. So these are the big ass houses right here. Like these homes literally go for like 500,000 and up to the right.
Wow.
Ballers. Yes. Yes, right there on the right. Yes. Gated community. Like you're literally in Arizona basically, or like Palm Springs. Keep going down. I want to see if they put up the condos.
Further down here?
Yeah, keep going down. Keep going down. You're going to see them on the left, not on the right. Okay. Wow, this map is really old. Okay.
Yeah, we put it right here, right?
Yeah, that's where it's at. So those condos, they go for about like around, I think the lowest I've seen them for like a 1-bedroom condo, a little over 100K USD. The most expensive one, I think the model was going for about 250.
Right now? That's crazy.
And we're talking literally clean living, gated community. If you have a Century Pass, you're able to get to the border within 15 to 20 minutes. And this is doable. Now, the $35,000 houses, that's like kind of way on the other side of town. But still, imagine getting that property and then you're able to rent it out to a family that lives there.
Right.
That's constant income coming your way.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta get rid of this one. Hold on. Now, all right. So basically, the whole thing that's definitely the whole thing I wanted to show you guys, and we're gonna go over everything again. Was that now that I can know you can put the thing on that the post on thing. Let me do this with Playa de Carmen. Hold on a second.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Let me do that with Playa de Carmen. I didn't even know you could do that. It's crazy. Let's see. Playa del Carmen. Oh, it sucks.
You already went over the rules how they can't buy within 50 miles of the border and the ocean.
Well, I because I didn't say they can't buy. I told them how you got to put it in the trust.
Yeah. You got to put it in the trust.
You can't own it as what's the name? Playa de Carmen. No, hold on a second. Why is it going www? Here we go. Yes. Let's go here. Map. So I can put the little guy here. All right. What I'm gonna do now, you guys, for those who haven't ever seen Playa de Carmen, I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the Fifth Avenue I was telling you about. If you haven't watched my videos already or QB Passport Flexin videos.
Right.
But basically, I'm gonna, as I show you this, I'm gonna break it down one more time. I know you just coming, you just got here, so I'm gonna break down to you what I broke down to them. Fifth Avenue, put me on Fifth Avenue right here. All right. No, don't drop them in the ocean. Don't drop them in the ocean. Right here. Boom. All right. All right. So So let me break it down again, everybody. So now you guys can see. We'll break it down because this is going to be a clip I'm gonna put on for the show from the show tomorrow. All right. For all of those that are trying to retire early, at a young age, or anything you need to know, you only need less than $300,000 to retire in Playa de Carmen at any age. And I'm going to break down to you 2 different ways you can do it. The first way is you can buy property and pay for it in full. Pay for the property in full. For example, you can do a property like this where you pay. It says 143, but remember, everything in Latin America is negotiable. Almost everything in Latin America is negotiable. So where 143, you can really get it for 130,000 United States dollars. Now, you buy this property for 130,000 United States dollars. You say you have $295,000, right? You buy this for 135,000. You then have $160,000 left over. If you put your money into stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, on average, you're going to get 10% on your money every year, which means that every year you're going to make $16,000 without touching the principal money you have in there. Now, when it comes to the bills, once you've paid this off, you're going to put $5,000 into it because you're going to want to furnish it, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to put $50 a month for utilities, $50 a month for property tax, $100 a month for house insurance, $50 a month for association fee, $350 a month for food, and that's because you're going to cook. I mean, not going to cook. You're going to go out and eat every day. You're not going to cook. You're going to go out and eat every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then you're going to want $150 for health insurance. I know a lot of people don't want health insurance, but it's very important when you're in another country to get health insurance. You're going to spend $500 a month on activities. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to say there's no way in Playa del Carmen you're going to spend $500 on activities a month. But like I told you guys, I like to pop bottles every now and then. I like to do expeditions and things like that, and that's going to cost money. And then last, you want to have at least $100 for miscellaneous because anything can go wrong. That whole total comes down to $1,200 a month, and that's all. That's all your expenses after you pay that off. Now, that $1,200 a month comes up to $14,400 a year. But remember, you're getting $16,000 a year from your 10% of the $160,000 you had left. So basically, you're going to have at the end of the year, after all your expenses are paid, you've partied like a rock star, you didn't cook anything, you went and ate out every meal. Remember, all that stuff can be adjusted. You're going to have $1,600 at the end of every year with you living that lifestyle like a king. Now, that's one way. That's one way. Now, I'm reminding you guys, this is only 3 blocks from 5th Avenue. Remember, we're not living on the other side where it's going to be a lot cheaper. We're not buying a place on the other side where it's going to be 1/3 of this price. We're talking about in the action of Playa del Carmen. Oh, and I'm going to put that screen right here, right here. We're talking about in the action in Playa del Carmen. You're going to be in the action for this much. Now, here's the other way you can do this. If you decide you don't want to buy a home, and you're going to have, like, remember, I told you it's going to be less than $300,000 to retire at any time. If you want to just rent because you don't want the risk of expenses of things going wrong and stuff, well, then you can do this another way. Now, your cost will stay the same at $14,400 because remember, utilities you don't have to pay. That's going to go down. But everything else, association fees going to go down too. So that's $100 off. But let's see, everything else is going to stay the same. Well, property tax, you ain't going to pay that either. You're going to pay home insurance, which is $100. Let's see, I got to do this over again. You're not even going to pay home insurance. So remember, if you're renting, you're not paying no utilities. Well, yeah, you're going to pay utilities, right? Yeah. You're not going to pay any property tax. You're not going to pay any homeowners insurance. You're not going to pay any association fees when you're renting. All you're going to do is pay utilities. So utilities a month is going to be $50, right? So that's $50 plus food. Food, $350. You're going to eat out every night. Health insurance, you still want health insurance, is $150. Going out and partying is $500 a month. You still need that. And miscellaneous is $100. So now your total cost per month when you don't own went from $1,200 to $1,150, right? Actually, a little bit less. $1,100. So you times that by 12, and that's 13. That's 13.8, right? Let me do it one more time. 50 plus 350 plus 150 plus 500 plus 100 for miscellaneous times 12. So yes, again, that's $13,800 a month. Now, here's the thing. That's $13,800 $13,800 for $13,800 for the year. That's how much you're going to spend on your utilities. Now you still have the $295. Of that $295, you're going to get an average 10%, right? So that 10% is going to be $2,900 or $29,000, $29,500 a year minus the $13,800 that you're paying for the $13,800 you're paying for all your expenses, and you're going to have to pay rent. Rent on average is going to range between $900 and $1,100 in this section of Playa del Carmen. So that's going to be about,
No. Keep going. I'm saying you're right. You're right. Rent's up there in that area of Playa del Carmen.
Right. So rent's is gonna run about $900. So I'm gonna go on the higher end. I'm not even gonna say $900. I'm gonna say you're gonna pay $1,100 a month for rent in this area of Playa del Carmen. Times 12 months, that's $1,320, right? $1,320. So in total, $13,200 plus $15,700 is a total of $28,900, and you're going to be making $29,500 for if you just leave your money in the mutual funds, ETFs, and you don't touch it. You're not touching the principal. You're just living off the interest. Living off the interest you make. You're going to have about $1,500 a year if you're doing the rental route. So I showed you two different ways that you can live under $30,000 in Playa del Carmen. You own or you rent. Both possible for the rest of your life.
Nice. Well said. Well said. And keep in mind, obviously, when people want to buy property in Mexico, they do it for investment reasons. Playa del Carmen, Quintana Roo is an international playground. I think it's like one of the top 10 most visited cities year round. So if you wanted to do the Airbnb or sublease it to somebody there working remote, you will get a good return on your investment. I have a good friend that has a property out there also, and not Playa del Carmen, but Cancun. Right. And he brought his property, about 5 years ago, and it's working out great for him. But he does it through a property management, so he's just collecting the check. He rather pays the property management to.
That's the easiest way to do it. The best way to do it, I think.
Definitely.
So you guys got any questions? We over an hour. I appreciate the passport QB Flexin for coming in. I'm gonna answer any questions you got. You guys ask me any question or anything, but maybe QB Passport Flexin, you can tell them what you got on the agenda travel wise coming up.
Yeah, we'll wait for any questions, but yeah, for me, be on the lookout for nightlife vlog on Cabo San Lucas. Yeah.
I really see Cabo.
Yo, when you see this video that I'm about to put out, I'm learning YouTube, man, because they're probably gonna make this one 18 and over. So I'm gonna be shadow banned, unfortunately, but I'm still gonna put it out there. Wow. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. You think you like Playa del Carmen? You may have to come west, player. You may have to just say, hey, let me come west to see what this is about, QB. Cabo was litty, and not that expensive to party, bro.
So it's not a tourist destination? I thought it was like a tourist destination.
I would say it's half and half. So it's half like international tourists, like basically people from United States, Canada, Spain or whatever, and then the other part, actually 3 ways. So 33% international tourists, including Americans. That other third would be Mexican tourists, so like people from Monterrey, Mexico City, Guadalajara, they go to Cabo on vacation. And then the other piece of the pie, the last third, would be the locals there in Cabo. So it's a good mix. I think Cancun Playa is a little bit more tourist than Cabo, but there's a lot of local dive bars over there.
Are they expats or just
Expats? Yeah. I mean, the girl that I met on that trip, she lives in Cabo, but she's from Mazatlan, and you'll see her in the video. Baddie, 21, young thing, speaks perfect English, loves G Unit. I'm like, how are you listening to this music? Like, you must have been like 7 years old. What the fuck? I mean, it's just unreal, man. So, yeah, so I got that one coming, and then I got one of my subs. He's actually going on a trip with me, man. Yeah, there we go. QB Passport Flex, and that's it.
I think I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong channel. Damn.
No, that's the right channel. That's me, bro.
No. I got 2 channels. I'm on my wrong channel because I was wondering why I wasn't subscribed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong channel, but it's okay. It'll work.
Yeah, so one of my subs is coming out with me to Veracruz. So instead of going to a dating coach or doing a boot camp, he's gonna mess with your boy on the tour. I'm really excited for him. Veracruz is a real cool place. Like, if you guys want like local vibe and a couple of morenas, because I know a lot of brothers like the brown and around.
Mm-hmm.
Veracruz, you'll get some of that. You will definitely get some of that.
Y'all see QB line them up over here. I know y'all see the stage in the background.
Right.
QB line them up. I don't even like to
right. You just see it right there.
It's right there, man.
Right. So
he got a lot of content, fellas. Ladies, if you're here too, he got a lot of content. So if you guys need any information, definitely make sure you subscribe to him and hit him up on Instagram. Add him. It's a lot of content here, y'all.
Yeah. So I got that travel vlog with him coming up, and then hopefully in December I will start live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel the pain of the YouTubers now from traveling, making content, your full-time job, working out, learning Spanish. Like, I am literally busy 24/7 now, bro.
It's tough, man. It's definitely tough, bro. It's definitely tough, man.
But we love what we do, so we appreciate the support.
Yeah, man. I'm in the process now of doing the transfer over to Netflix or Hulu, and then I'll be on for the lives, but the whole editing stuff, bro, man. Listen.
Yeah. Eventually, as my channel grows, I'm gonna have to source that out because it's very, very time consuming. But I want to make fire content for you guys, so that's why I keep grinding. Like Flyboy Way, man. I mean, you've been grinding for the longest out here. You're a champ. You're a vet, bro.
Years, man. 13 years. It felt good, man. Knowing I got my message out, it felt good. So, all right. So we're gonna bring this to the end because we're over an hour. I want you to let them know anything they need to know about you right now. Anything you want them to know. Make sure you give them the information for your page again. I'll put your page up and put you in the solo.
Yeah. So go ahead, sub to the channel. If you guys want any consultations on Mexico, hit me up. If you guys want a tour, also hit me up. Mexico is a big country. It's literally 3/4 of the size of Europe, okay? So this is not no tiny place. There's a lot of things to see. There's a lot of things to do. And there's a lot of different lifestyles that you can live in Mexico. Flyboy touched on it, with owning the property and living in Playa del Carmen, and you can pop bottles. But if you're somebody that, hey man, I'm not really a beach guy, I like to live somewhere kind of more remote, or I'm more of a city guy. I mean, every place in Mexico is different, like the States. Guadalajara is like the LA, Mexico City is like New York, Veracruz would be like a I'm trying to put Veracruz. I would probably put maybe like a Jacksonville or something. Just throwing that out there. Puebla is like the New Orleans of Mexico. So every place has its own vibe, own town. And if you guys are interested, please hit me up. Let me know, and I'll put you on, no doubt.
All right, Passport, man. I appreciate QB Passport Affection for stopping by last minute, doing your thing, man. Listen, I'm gonna put his link also in the description after this video is over, man. He can listen. 98.6 degrees. You gotta definitely hit him up. He knows about all that stuff. You've seen his channel. He can give you more details in depth because he's been there for a longer period of time. Are you in Mexico right now?
I'm going to be in 3 days. I'm back in the States. Got to handle business.
He been in Mexico for months at a time, y'all. Months at a time. So this is what I say. Like, I'm the person who tries to introduce you to everybody. I give you the ground and everything, but then I introduce you to the people who have a deep understanding of the area. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. And I'm gonna salute you, my man.
Okay. All right. I'll get at you later. All right.
Definitely hit me up, man.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So y'all basically just seen, and I'm gonna do it one more time because I want to make sure I get this right. I very much dislike the fact that on YouTube, you see a lot of people who are telling you need millions of dollars to retire. Oh, you need you need $600,000 to retire if you want to live this way. You need $100,000 million to retire if you need it this way. But I'm showing you right now that you can retire with less than $300,000 in Playa del Carmen. Quick layout again. In order to do that, you have two different ways that you can retire with less than $300,000 in Playa del Carmen. The first way is you can own a property. We just went over a property that was $135,000 in Playa del Carmen, 3 blocks away from Fifth Avenue. If you have $295,000, it costs $135,000. That leaves you with $160,000. If you build up all your utility costs, your property tax costs, your house insurance costs, your home association costs, your food, your health insurance, your nightlife, going out, and miscellaneous, that comes up to $1,600 a month. I mean, that comes up to $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month times 12 is $14,400 a year for your expenses. If the stock market on average brings you 10%, you now get 10% of that 160,000, which is 16,000. You're only spending $14,400 a year, and you're making 16,000 off of your which you're making off the stock market, which means at the end of the year, after all your stuff is done, you still have $1,600 left over, and that's with all your expenses. Or if you don't want to own, you can do it the same way, renting with less than $300,000. And how do you do that? If you buy a place that you're going to rent, if you're going to get a place that you're going to rent in Playa del Carmen, you're going to spend $1,100. $1,100 times 12 is $1,100 times 12 is $15,700 a year. I believe, or $13,000. And then your utilities, since you don't have to pay utilities or property tax or homeowners insurance or association fee, your bills are going to fall down to about $1,150 a month, right? So then that's going to end up being $13,200. So at the end of that, you're going to be having for your rent and for your cost of living, it's going to be total $28,900. And if you take $29,500 and $295,000 and 10% of that from the stock market, you're making $29,000 a year without touching the principal. So that $29,000 a year minus the $28,000 you have to for your cost of living, for your rent and for your cost of living, means that you're leaving with $1,500 a year after all your bills are paid. It's just a simple way of showing you guys that it's possible to retire on less than $300,000 in Playa del Carmen. I appreciate everybody that came in the building for this information. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.